guys a quiz after we finish every act. I don't want to give you a final test. What I want to do in here is a Romeo and Juliet portfolio. And every year I tweak this a little bit. I have back behind Johnny there 2 boxes full of examples. We will pass those out, take a look at those today, and then kind of get you started in this. Instead of daily worksheets like I gave you yesterday, I don't want to play this paper chase game. I want everything put together in a final portfolio. And some of you have had siblings before, maybe you remember seeing them put this together. I have lots of examples, so you might find friends. Anyway, we're going to walk through this today, step by step, look through examples, and then we will start on number 6. And that way you guys are started. Every day I will assign something little out of here. And then at the end of the unit, instead of a test, we'll spend a couple days typing all of this up, putting it together, and you'll see lots of different ways people have done it. Some people are scrapbookers, some people are the staple in the upper left-hand corner, and they call it good. Either way is completely acceptable as long as you have all of these pieces. So let's run through it. It says, this portfolio is a replacement for a final test in Romeo and Juliet. The purpose of the project is to test your knowledge on the themes, characters, and events from the play. You'll receive classwork time to work on this, and above all, my expectations are that this is a reflection of what you and what you have learned in this unit. Number 1 is a neat and creative cover. And you'll see lots of different ones, everything from drawings that people have done, all the way to collage of pictures, to people choosing their friends as people for Romeo and Juliet. And I've had that before where one boyfriend and girlfriend did, her family versus his family because they didn't like each other. And they were the Montagues versus the Capulets. Some people use celebrity heads on different bodies to make their characters. Some people just print something out. So you'll see lots of different examples. That's 10 points. You'll have a table of contents that lists all of these and the page numbers that they are on. That is 5 points. At some point in this play, you will have a favorite scene. And maybe you've already had a favorite scene where it could have been the pickup line scene, right? Where Romeo was trying to get the girl. Maybe it's this next scene where he's creeping in the bushes. It could be our big fight scene between the 2 families.
Is the fight scene bloody and gory?
It is in the movie, but not in this classroom.
Man. Can we bring
Yes, because I always want to fill out a police report.
Can we bring ketchup in and pretend them died? It'd be perfect though.
The answer with you lots of times is no.
I know it could.
I know you feel bad about this.
I do.
Alright, you'll pick a favorite scene. If you guys look, it's 2 paragraphs. 1 paragraph about what the scene is about. The second paragraph is why you liked it. Most of these have in bold how many points, and then how many sentences you need for each of them also. Rewrite the ending of Romeo and Juliet the way you think it should have ended. You can do this in play form. You'll see some examples where people have done the characters' names and they'll even write out stage directions. Kind of cool. Some people are like, I'm sticking to straight up character or straight up paragraph form, and they do a couple paragraphs about the new ending that they have. And the cool thing about the ending is that starting with yesterday when Romeo and Juliet met each other, we know that by some of their last and final lines, that they know my only love sprung from my only hate, too early seen unknown and known too late. We know that this is sort of the beginning of the end already at Act 1. Alright, won or lost. We already know they died, right?
Yeah.
We are going to write about whether or not they are winners or losers. Did they die for the right cause? And you all have a lot of opinions, right? You guys are opinionated people.
Especially
This is the quietest you've ever been. I should videotape you every day.
Yeah.
Alright, what do they gain by dying? What do they lose by dying? So we'll write that up. Compile a list of 10 quotations. This is the most labor-intensive part of this whole entire portfolio. Why? Because you need 10 of them. And for each of the quotations, so lines from the play, you also need a 2-sentence explanation about it. So the explanation will be a lot like when I stop and tell you about it. From this point forward, when we are reading, you'll hear cue words like, hey, if you take a look at lines 50 and 51 on this page, this is what it means. What do you think you should do?
I should look at it.
And then write it down.
Sure.
Okay. So most people will have a little scratch sheet of paper next to them, or stick a Post-it in there and draw an arrow and write 50 and 51 on this page. That way they can type those up later with an explanation. It makes life a lot easier. Then I'm not being asked at the end, oh, I gotta go find some quotations, and they flip to a random page and point their finger to it and go, Mystique, what does this mean? Why, probably by the time we finish this, I will have stopped, what? Easily 50 times? I probably stopped 50 times already and explained things to you guys. So you'll hear me pointing these out. Maybe even tomorrow I might say to you, hey, that would be a good line to write down. Some of you will do it, some of you won't. 50 points, you probably should. You will see lots of different formats in the examples today about how people have done it in charts. Some people will do the line from the play in bold and then their explanation underneath it not bolded, or some people use different fonts or colors, so you'll see tons of different ways to do it. 2 scrapbook pages, one for Romeo, one for Juliet. This is where you will see creative liberties taking place. Does Romeo really have a puppy?
No.
We don't know, but maybe in your scrapbook he does, and his name is Fido.
Who names a dog Fido?
Maybe you have a wedding ring picture. Lots of times Juliet and her scrapbook page will have a ring picture, and that's our bling from Romeo. Maybe there is a picture of, you know, a couple friends, Juliet and the girls' night at prom. Did Juliet really go to prom?
No,
she's 13 and she doesn't live long enough to go to prom, but maybe she went to a fancy dance. So you'll see lots of people being really creative in there. This is your time where you are allowed to be. Obituary, we'll make one for Romeo or Juliet, and we'll actually take a look, it sounds morbid, at real obituaries and what they consist of. Because as reality has it, you guys, chances are at some point we will be helping write an obituary for someone. And that sounds really strange to say at this age, but there's a certain format that they follow.
I'm gonna live forever.
You're gonna live forever, we'll never have to write one for you. We have a letter that Friar Lawrence will write, and then we have our final scene where there's some murder action in the graveyard. Are you guys with me?
Yeah.
That you need to write a police report. I've written many police reports being a teacher here at the high school, and so maybe at some point you are a witness to a crime or something happened in the parking lot and you need to recount that to the police officer. And number 12, current importance. This is an old play, but lots of things that are happening. Do people still fall in love and have a high school boyfriend and girlfriends?
No.
Nope.
No, nobody in here is in a relationship. We also know that
Sarcasm.
we still have issues with our parents, right?
Yeah.
Our parents still want to do things for us and we don't want them to do them or be near us, or maybe we're allergic to their presence. Do we still go to parties and have dances?
Yep.
Yes, prom is next week. That's scaring me a bit because we gotta get on our
Yeah, it's
decorations.
next weekend.
By the way, I just ordered a 12-foot Eiffel Tower, so
I thought they were building one.
it's less expensive for me to order one.
Prom is a waste of money.
Exactly.
Okay.
Why would I want to go to prom?
We're back to the what? Agree, disagree thing? Johnny's phone off the shade yet.
Prom's stupid.
Anyway, all of these, if you guys add them up,
With my mom.
if we add them up,
Holy.
let's not argue the merits of prom. 185 points.
Oh.
What's my late policy?
End of the trimester.
She's mad at me.
That's for book reports. What's my late work policy, ladies?
Huh?
You turn it in late.
Half off.
Half off.
Oh.
What's the math on that?
190, 93, 92 and a half.
92 and a half.
That's still pretty good.
That's 50%. Not worth it.
Oh.
I don't have a crystal ball, so I don't have a due date for you, but it more than likely will be during that second week in May. Like I said, you'll have a few days in class to work on this.
Not the second week, it's the first week.
Yes, we're getting really close. And why am I saying that? Because you guys have a couple days of testing in there also.
Yeah.
So we'll lose a few class periods, but I do have days checked out for computers for us to get typing done. Though you will not have enough time in class to do all of the typing. Riley?
We only have 5 Mondays left of school.
We have like 28 days.
Yeah, we only have how many weeks?
We have like a month.
So
awesome!
that's why
Advise you. Yeah.
we need to hunker down on this. And we're going to start today after I pass out examples. So we'll go through some examples. I'll give you a couple quotable quotes today to get you started on number 6, because this is out of 50 points. You know,
Let's have
into
a snow day.
185, that's a lot of this portfolio is just number 6. Alright?
Let's see, let me scare them.
You're scared of the camera? Alright, you can turn it off,